and they are alive and they are well and they're hard to kill and they dwell on public toilets.
Black, 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 black on black, black, my thoughts so black, 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 I'm black, my skin is so black, I'm rocking that black on black is black.
Hey guys, it's your girl Deja Joy bringing you another video. Today I'm bringing you guys another hygiene video. This is really popular on my channel right now, so I thought I would do a part 2 to that last video and just address some of the questions and concerns that you guys had on the previous video. So yeah, we're going to get into that. So for bathing, I'm for soaking in the tub, not so much bathing in the tub as in washing off your body in the tub and rinsing with that same water. I'm not for that, but I definitely am for soaking, just to get that water, that warm water in there and getting whatever bacterias and all that stuff out. Definitely for that. However, when you actually bathe in the water, as in washing with soap and water in the tub, you're creating dirty water, and then that goes back into your kitty. And yeah, that could throw off your pH. That could create some problems because you're putting bacteria, external bacteria, into your body, back into your body, and then you're taking that same dirty water and rinsing with it and then getting out the tub. I'm not for that. That's why I prefer showers, and that's why I would recommend showers. Some of you guys recommended Summer's Eve on a previous video. Soaps with fragrances are a no-no for your kitty area. It's a no-no. It's harsh. Anything with detergent, soaps with harsh detergent, is not good for you. I've actually been leaning more towards natural soaps, getting more into natural soaps. I need help in that area because I'll try a natural soap and then I'll think it's working, but then it ends up burning me later on. Like, something always ends up kind of going wrong with the natural soap to where I feel like it's burning me, or like it's leaving a rash or something. So if you guys have any recommendations, go ahead and leave that down below. I have been using a brand and I'm not sure how I feel about that brand just yet. I thought it was working and then it started to burn. So and they claim to be a natural brand, so we have to be more mindful of that. The ones that's claiming to be natural, but then they end up not really being natural. Okay, on to period hacks. I'm actually going to make a period hacks video separately from this, like a period hygiene hack video. That's going to be separate from this video. However, I am going to include some hacks or just knowledge that you guys should know regarding and concerning your period. You guys asked me a lot about the cloth pads that I use. I purchased mine from Amazon. The brand that I use is called Periodmate. Love them. It's cotton. It's pure cotton. It's not organic. You guys could get organic cloth pads as well. However, they are an investment. They are quite expensive. So they're good nonetheless. It's just more expensive. But yeah, so the brand that I use is called Periodmate. These are cloth pads. I have definitely invested in these. I have about 25 of these, 25 to last me for however long. I usually keep mine for a year. I won't go past 2 years before changing them out. I think you have to change them out, at least for me personally. I'll be changing mine out every 1 to 2 years, but it definitely is an investment. And like I said in my previous video, I will not be going back to regular pads and tampons because they ain't gonna kill me. I mean, y'all can jump on my train with me, but they ain't about to kill me. This is what it looks like, and these are definitely clean. This is what it looks like for a pack. I would say just to expect to spend at least $15 to $20 for a pack. I don't know off memory right now, just expect to spend about that much. And then, as I mentioned in my previous video, using organic tampons, organic pads. If you guys are going to use disposable pads and tampons, I would suggest doing organic because these companies don't care about you. They only care about making a buck, and we care about ourselves. Whatever we put into our bodies tend to absorb every single thing that we put into and on our bodies, and you don't want to absorb chemicals and trash. It's prone to just causing all of these problems because it's down there located with a lot of our organs, a lot of our reproductive system. Putting trash and chemicals down there, don't do it. It's not that serious. Trying to save money, I understand that. I understand that having a period, being a woman in itself, is very expensive, but some things we have to weigh the pros and the cons of everything, and sometimes it's just best to invest in yourself, especially when it's regarding your health. Don't put your health at risk to save a buck. And then they also have Diva Cups. I've never used the Diva Cup. I'm scared to put anything up there. Like, I don't like that feeling. I didn't even like putting tampons in there. I don't like doing stuff like that. I have a hard time opening my legs for the gynecologist when it's time to get checked out every year. I don't like it, so I'm not going to be putting a Diva Cup up there. And I've heard horror stories. I'm not about that life. But if you guys are, you don't have to switch out a Diva Cup. Those are like great investments for a lot of women. They choose to go that route because they don't have to keep continuously buying things for their periods. They could just use that and then wash it and then just use that for however long they choose to. For me, I'm not interested in using the Diva Cup. I've never been interested. I've watched videos. I've even watched a woman on YouTube. I don't remember her name. I'm sure you guys could look this up though. I've even watched a YouTube video with a woman going through her experience with a Diva Cup, and she actually showed the blood in the Diva Cup and everything. She showed her whole entire experience with Diva Cups. Also with cloth pads, there are a lot of videos with cloth pads with women going throughout their experience with cloth pads and actually showing it gets a bit gruesome. I'll say that. If you guys have weak stomachs, then if you guys want to learn more about cloth pads, I would say to look up those videos because they go more into depth. The depth that I'm not going to go into because that's a bit too much TMI. So I'm not going to do that. But if you guys want to learn more about cloth pads, I would suggest you guys going to research that on YouTube because it's a lot of women like being bold and going the miles to like teach you guys and give y'all knowledge about it that I'm just not willing to go. And the same with Diva Cups. If you guys want to learn more about that and see that visually, then I would suggest you guys look that up. But me, and then I've heard horror stories. I've heard the Diva Cup like suctioning itself onto the uterus. I don't even know. I just heard some real crazy horror stories, and I'm not willing to take that risk because God is going to get another angel that day if anything is to happen to me. Literally going to pass out and then die. Vegetables that you guys should look out for to help with the scent of your kitty is Sulfur Foods. This is what I looked up on the internet. It's called Sulfur Foods. Those are the foods that contribute to creating nasty odors to your kitty. Things like broccoli, cauliflower, asparagus, onions, garlic. It was a few things on there that you guys should look up. I'll also include a link in my description box, so when you guys are done watching this or while you're watching this, you guys could go ahead and check out my description box and I'll have more information about that. Vegetables that have those really strong smells, like when you open the package and you're about to pass out, those type of foods, and you like it smell like fart or a sewer, those types of foods like broccoli. When you freshly open broccoli, it stank, and I'm usually looking for the smell around the kitchen, and it's the broccoli that I just opened that comes out of your pores. You could literally smell that. If you're continuously eating those types of foods, you could smell that coming throughout your pores, and it's coming out from down there as well, your vagina. Seafood is another sulfur food. Foods that tend to not have a great smell on its own without being cooked or even after being cooked, those are the foods that you should either avoid or just reduce. Not totally eliminate, because I'm not eliminating seafood and I'm not eliminating broccoli. Broccoli is actually one of my favorite vegetables. It is my favorite vegetable, so I'm not going to eliminate that, but like just be more cautious, okay? If you start to smell a little bit on a funkier end, it may be the food you eat. Just cut back and just start to see if that makes a difference. This may cause a little this may cause a little bit of controversy. This may be a little debatable, but I would suggest going commando throughout the day sometimes. But you do have to be mindful of what you're wearing, like the types of outfits that you're wearing. You don't want to wear leggings and then go commando, or like those sheer leggings or sheer pants or something, and then go commando and then your booty just jiggling and wiggling. I don't think you want to do that. I wouldn't do that to myself, but I would say go commando throughout the day. If you're running errands, or if you're like going out with your friends or boyfriend or whatever that is, and if you're wearing an outfit that wouldn't be too noticeable, I would say just don't wear panties at all. If no one notices it, then what's the big deal? Just let it out. Let the air hit her. She's so confined in small spaces already. She's stuck between your thighs already, especially if you are a thick girl or have thighs. I have thick thighs, so my kitty is confined between those thighs. And then we wear panties 24/7, and we got pants on 24/7. Just let her breathe sometimes. Wear a nice dress, something that's a little bit looser, something you wouldn't really notice, and just go commando. And please don't think you're alone. All of these tips that I'm giving y'all, that means that I'm doing it too. So I'm not just telling you to go out there pantyless and I'm not even doing it. Y'all, I take my own advice, trust me. This is one that I believe we've all should have been taught, but if you haven't because you don't have that type of support, then you will learn it from here. You should definitely wipe front to back, never back to front. Don't do that. Don't do that. You do not want poo-poo in the cuckoo. It takes that feces and move it throughout your body. You don't want that at all. And going back to panties, some of you guys mentioned that you guys sweat a lot and asked me for any advice in that area. First of all, sweating in that area is very normal, completely normal, especially if you stress sweat. You usually start to sweat from there first and under your arms. You sweat from your vagina and you sweat from under your arms, usually first when you stress sweat. So it's very normal. That's very common. But some of us do sweat more than others, and I mean, that's just what bodies do. Everybody have different bodies. That doesn't make you an abnormal person, anything like that. It just means that you sweat a little bit more than the next woman, and that's fine. My suggestion to you would be to use cornstarch, like a little bit of cornstarch in your panties. You could also take some cornstarch and like pat it onto your fingers and just like pat it onto your kitty. You could just pat it there and like on your bikini line. That cornstarch would soak up any sweat. It could also help with odor. This may be debatable. I've heard some people say, some women suggested in the last video that they use baking soda down there. I'm not friends with baking soda, so I cannot tell you how that will work from personal experience. I don't know. I would suggest putting it on your kitty area in a way that it could get inside. I don't know how that would react with your vagina, like with the baking soda going inside your vagina. I would suggest like doing it like the cornstarch, patting it on your fingers and then patting it on the landing part. I'm calling it the landing because that's the language that they use when you're getting waxed. But putting it on that part and then putting it on your bikini line, I would suggest doing that like with the baking soda and with cornstarch. You could do it as a mixture. You could do one or the other, but baking soda really does help with odor. It could also help with sweating, and cornstarch also helps with sweating. So I would suggest that for you guys. And then again, like I said in the previous video, just take more showers. If you have to, carry unscented wipes that you could just use throughout the day. Also, carrying extra underwear. That really is a tip that I would not stray away from. If you are a sweater or you tend to have a little bit of odor down there, that's not like that natural flora odor, then I would definitely suggest carrying extra underwear and taking more showers and using that cornstarch baking soda advice. If you are sexually active and you have multiple partners, please get tested and please use condoms. One, use condoms with every partner that you have, and then get tested regularly. Even if you are sleeping with someone that you've been regularly sleeping with and that's like your only partner, I would still suggest getting tested and also wearing condoms. You just never know. People carry some diseases. They're not always vocal about the types of things that they have. They're not always vocal about getting tested. A lot of people are very secretive in that area, and they're very lazy in that area, getting tested and just doing the normal habits to make sure that they're safe. They're lazy and they're secretive in that area, so you want to make sure that you're safe because you don't know what type of information they're withholding from you. Get tested regularly and please wear condoms. Exfoliating. This was a really popular question on my last video, so I'm going to go in deeper with that. So with exfoliating, I suggest using a loofah, a body scrub. The body scrub could be homemade. It could be made with coffee beans. If you guys would like me to make a homemade body scrub video, you guys just like this video and comment that down below so I can know that you guys would like for me to provide that for you guys. You could use loofah, exfoliating gloves, body scrub, and also the body scrub that have the beads in them, the like little beads that dissolve when it hits water. That doesn't tend to work for me, so I don't use that. However, if you do have like more sensitive skin down there and you just want like a gentle little rub, I don't know, those don't do anything for me. It doesn't feel like it's doing anything for me, but a lot of women do use those. You guys could also do like some type of homemade body scrub with like salt and sugar. Yeah, so again, if you guys would like for me to do a homemade body scrub video where I feature like different homemade body scrubs with coffee, sugar, salt, and whatever else I could think of, just go ahead and give this video a like and also comment that down below. So for the body scrub that I love to use is from Palmer's Cocoa Butter. This is the one that I like to use. It says it is a natural exfoliant that has cocoa powder and shea butter, and it is 100% free of parabens, I don't know, dyes, and it's a microfine exfoliating facial scrub. So this is actually a facial scrub, but I love this one. And this one is like an oatmeal. This smells like maple and brown sugar oatmeal. I could feel the grains in here, and it's not like dissolving like at all. I feel like it's actually doing something without being super abrasive. I love this. I use this on my face, so I would say that it's gentle enough to use on the kitty area as well. If I can use it on my face, I can use it on my kitty, because my face is super sensitive. I have really sensitive skin. And then you just rinse it off and you're left with this soft skin underneath it. And then after you do that, you just go ahead and apply some coconut oil or some shea butter. I use shea butter to moisturize, and you're just left with some soft, baby soft skin. I also use exfoliating gloves. I use these all over my body. I'll link these in my description box as well, because I ordered these from Amazon and it ranged from a little abrasive to a little bit more abrasive. So I had the ability to choose how abrasive I wanted my gloves, and I got medium. These are a part of my shower routine. And yeah, I'm actually going to make a video on a shower routine, and you guys will be seeing those gloves will be featured. Okay, so this next thing concerns me a lot, especially when I witness it for myself. I usually witness this in public, and that's where the concern comes in, because this happens way too often. Girls, please do not sit your bare butt on a bare toilet. Don't sit your booty on a toilet without a safety tissue. Please don't do that. I learned this when I was younger, a lot younger, that crabs do exist and they are alive and they are well and they're hard to kill and they dwell on public toilets. Okay, people are not clean out here and they will sit their bare booties with crabs on the public toilet. And so then you sit your bare booty without crabs, without any issues, on that crab infested toilet, and now you got crabs. You didn't have crabs before and now you got crabs. And then after you're done using the bathroom, wash your hands.
Wash your hands.
It's that easy. It's that simple. You have a sink and you have soap right there provided to you, and you're willfully choosing to just walk past it and walk out the door. To me, when I see people use the bathroom and walk straight out, that says a lot about your hygiene. I've already calculated your whole entire hygiene from you just walking out the bathroom without washing your hands. I don't trust people that don't wash their hands after using the potty. That's disgusting. I have judged your whole entire hygiene. I don't think you wipe properly. I think you sit on the toilet bare booty. A lot of those things are true. A lot of those things are true about those people that don't wash their hands after using the bathroom. We get a little intimate here. When you masturbate, make sure that your nails are clipped and clean. You shouldn't have dirt underneath your nails. And that's just going back to washing your hands. You see how that just went hand in hand? Just like that. You want to have clipped nails, because if you don't clip your nails, you could scratch, especially if you go in the inside, or if you go on the inside and you have long nails, you could damage the inside of your walls. Any bacteria that you are collecting from the outside, you're putting on the inside. And that ruins a moment of pleasure. It does. And your butt also deserves the same TLC. You have to take care of both, not just one, not just the other. So the way you wipe is important. The way that you shower is important. The way that you go about your day-to-day life is important for your butt as well, your butthole as well. An efficient way to wipe when you're doing the number 2 is by taking that tissue, and it's more cost effective as well, is by taking that tissue and like making it small enough in a way that you can actually put it into your butthole and like wipe around it. Don't be abrasive with this. Don't go shoving this up there. Just like gently put it up there and just wipe. That eliminates the need to have to keep wiping. And when you keep wiping, you're causing irritation down there and you could get a rash. Don't wipe hard. Try to reduce the amount of times that you are wiping, just wiping, and take that tissue and actually put it in your butthole. Move that tissue around, pull that tissue out, and then when you go to wipe, you'll notice that you don't really have anything on the tissue because you went in and you cleaned it out and then you wiped. If you do that already, you already know what I'm talking about. And just like I suggested using the shower head to clean out that kitty, use the shower head to clean out that butt crack and that booty hole. Especially after you went to the bathroom, you need to clean that out. You have to make sure that gets cleaned as well. I am not heavy on using scents down there. That's not my thing. Definitely don't use no perfume down there. I occasionally use tea tree oil down there, and I'll get into that just a little bit later in this video. If you guys want to use like a smell good that could provide you with that like overall on your body or down there, I would say add the essential oils to your bath water. If you like to take baths and you like to soak in bath water, add the essential oils to your bath water so that you don't have to apply that essential oil directly onto your kitty. And then that could possibly cause burning or irritation. You don't really know how your body will react to that. Instead of applying the product directly to yourself, you could put that product inside the water and just like a couple of drops inside the water and just let it take over your whole entire body. You'll have a nice sweet smelling kitty if that's your thing. I think that would be the safest way to go if that is your thing. A lot of you guys did express that to me. And so I think that would be the safest way to go instead of just directly putting all these fragrances and essential oils down there and you don't really know how your body will respond to it. This next tip is something that we've all learned. A lot of us learned when we were younger. Don't wear tight pants. Wearing tight pants on a continuous basis, daily basis, is not good for your kitty area because it creates moisture and heat. And moisture and heat creates yeast infections. And that ain't what we want. So tight pants and tight panties, it's a no-go. She can't breathe, so she's sweating because she's trying to breathe and she's confined. Now she's starting to stress sweat because she really cannot breathe and she's trying her hardest to. And now she's hot because you got all those clothes on her and it's strangling her. With that, also wear cotton panties. Cotton allows your girl to breathe down there. And like I said, Commando really allows her to breathe. Okay, I'm just saying. I'm just putting that back out there. I believe that hair removal is a personal choice. Women should not be forced to shave their hair down there. Men are not forced to shave their hair. I believe that body hair, keeping your body hair the way that it naturally grows out of your skin, your body, that's a natural thing and that's a personal choice. However, if you are experiencing like a musty odor, smelly odors down there, shaving or just hair removal period, however you choose to remove that hair, may help tremendously. I would say give it a chance, give it a try just to see if that does eliminate any odor. But again, that is a personal choice. But I would suggest trying that if you do notice that there is a consistent and persistent odor down there. Bacteria does build down there and it collects into that hair. Sweat builds down there and it collects into the hair. It's just trapped in the hair. It has nowhere to go, and then it creates odors. When I was younger, I had got the advice to apply deodorant down there whenever I was experiencing any type of sweating or odor or anything like that. However, deodorant contains talcum. I just would not suggest using that down there. You're literally taking that and putting it on the most sensitive part of your body, something that is very absorbent, so it will absorb those chemicals. If you are doing that, because some of you guys did mention that also in my previous video, if you are still doing that, I would suggest that you stop doing that, because I don't even apply that to my underarms. I use natural deodorants, and now I use tea tree oil. I use like a tea tree oil mixture. If you guys would like for me to do a video on that, I could definitely get you on that. But I use a tea tree oil mixture now to apply underneath my arms. Because I wasn't finding the perfect natural deodorant. A lot of natural deodorants causes my underarms to turn dark. Like I said, me and baking soda are not cool. Like, we're not friends at all. I'm ready to square up with baking soda at any given time. So I kind of strayed away from the natural deodorants because I'm looking for something that's not going to make my underarms black, work for a week, and then just totally leave me hanging the rest of the time. But what I do use down there at times is tea tree oil. If you're going to use tea tree oil down there, don't do it often, and I will only suggest using 1 drop of tea tree oil down there. It's very strong, and over time it could possibly cause problems. I would also suggest doing a patch test. A lot of you asked me what I suggest moisturizing with. I use shea butter. I use 100% African store-bought shea butter. So I had to remove that lipstick because I realized it was peeling. I guess it got tired of me talking and wanted to leave. And lastly, a lot of you suggested Yoni steaming. Yoni steaming. I've never actually used it. I've never done it. I've never had an interest to do it before it became a fad, before it became like this popular thing to do. And I know that it's been practiced for generations, I've just never been interested in jumping on that bandwagon. I am not completely opposed to it. I may try it or whatever, but I'm not pressed to try it. I'm not pressed to jump on that bandwagon at all. And I'll just read out some things that I came across. So on this website, it says that adding steam or heat to the vagina may provide the perfect environment for bacteria that cause yeast or other vaginal infections to thrive. Now, I definitely believe that to be true. When we build up that moisture and heat, that is cause for yeast infections. That's why many of us tend to get yeast infections, and some of us get more yeast infections than others. Vaginal skin is delicate, sensitive, and easily traumatized. Steam may cause vaginal burns or scalding. Finally, it's unknown how vaginal steam could impact an individual or, if pregnant, a woman's developing baby. Some herbs may cause miscarriage. No one should use steam or herbs on their vagina if they're expecting. The vagina on its own cleanses itself out. It naturally provides a balance in pH. And with menstrual cycles, we are cleaning out our body. The whole menstrual cycle is not just that week that you had a period. It's that whole 28-day, 31-day, however long your cycle is. It's that whole entire period. So it's not just that week of having blood flow. It's that whole entire cycle that your vagina is cleaning itself out. If you guys have any experience in that area, go ahead and leave that down below. I think, if anything, that would be a moment for myself to just connect with myself and to just do something for myself that is like going to get a massage or going to get a facial. I think that's something that could be beneficial to yourself, just to connect with yourself and to provide benefits for yourself. Now, does it work aside from giving you yeast infections? I'm not sure. I don't know. I've never tried it. But I do think for just doing something nice for yourself, that could be something done. That is it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, go ahead and give it a like. Also subscribe. This family has grown so much, and I have so much gratitude to you guys, and we would definitely love to have you on board. So if you guys enjoyed this, go ahead and give it a like and subscribe, and also turn on your post notifications, because y'all know YouTube be tripping and I don't want y'all to miss any of my content. Also, if you guys would like to be featured in my upcoming videos, go ahead and comment down below. You must be subscribed, and in your comment you must include #HeyCousin, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.